Okay, cool. So I've been working on my case study for this side project that I'm working on. I got a lot of good insight from the design critiques on Wednesday. So there were just like a few little things that I changed that people were mentioning, and there's still some stuff that I'm gonna change. But like Elizabeth made a good point with like these blocks and to make it like one solid color. So that's one thing that I changed. I'm thinking of adding a bit more to my about me page so that employers can like see more of who I am aside from just a designer. So I'm thinking of adding more photos there. Um, that's something that other people did that I thought was good. Um, and I toned down the colors a bit. I'm not using as many colors as it was the first time, so I'm kind of sticking with this purple for each of my steps as I'm going through the case study. So, and I changed the background on the mock-ups just to match the rest of the case study. So I start out with my how might we and my solution, and then all of the general information regarding the project. Um, and then I pretty much just go through the case study. I have my main issue was trying to like cut down words because I tend to just like write a lot, and I know that like Liz says, like designers don't read, so I'm trying to do like more pictures and just like a small paragraph for every section. So that's what I'm kind of doing here, and doing mostly pictures. So like step 2, I have the paragraph, and then I kind of go into a little bit more detail down here along with the pictures. And then I have like my takeaways from those steps. And that's pretty much what I'm trying to do for each step is show my takeaways, show what I did, and then my takeaways, user interviews, and then persona. And then these things here, I'm just trying to figure out a way to make it match more. I don't just want to like throw it on here because I feel like it's going to make it look unorganized and like junky. So I'm trying to figure out a way that I can reorganize my information architecture and my brainstorming so that it will match everything else. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much just still working on this case study. I hope to have it done by Monday, but I feel like I've made some good progress on it. It's been pretty difficult, but I feel like I'm finally getting a good start on things. So that is my case study.
Awesome. Thank you, Monty. And I've started an Imani thread in the channel, so if everyone wants to take the next couple minutes to say what you liked about her case study and what she's done this week, let's do that.
What?
We done?
All right, awesome. Let's finish up those final thoughts, and then after we're moving on with Caesar.
Yeah, I can go ahead and start. Um, Let me share my screen. So mainly what I want to present was like what came out of the case studies outline that I was trying to do. Is definitely not where I want to be. There's there's like a direction I want to go to, but it's like not popping up into my mind how it is, and like there's just parts in here that like Imani said, designers don't read; they kind of just like look. So there's some parts I definitely want to do like more illustration and like images like to be condensed, especially on like this bottom part. I don't think like anybody really cares for the reflection. They kind of want to go forward with the conclusion and stuff. It's more of just like having my case study proofread and just like experimenting with different ones. Like I don't know, there's some self critiques on here that I can definitely see. And like just being able to start off showing like from where I started using images instead of like I don't know. Like I'm still giving myself way too many options, which I should definitely chill out on. Carrie sent over some really good portfolios that I could reference because the direction I'm in right now, like the spot, it's just not like where I want to be, and it's super late right now. But I definitely want to like put in some overtime and finish these up. But yeah, it's just like this is where I'm at for right now. Portfolio wise, like the homepage and all that, just kind of like setting that to the side because Marlene, you also said like case studies are a little bit more important than having like the UI for the other parts. So yeah, just want to work on this a little bit more.
Awesome. Thank you, Caesar. And if everyone wants to spend the next couple minutes writing it down what they liked about his progress this week, that'd be great. And yeah, at 2:15, we'll start off, or we'll continue with Ruth. Awesome. And Ruth, whenever you're ready.
So this week I kept finishing up my revitalized case study. So I finally, with Carrie's help, got my hero section in, and then with Elizabeth's feedback, I made some small changes with the letter spacing as well as toning it down with the colors. So I somehow finished the case study, but I still need to go back to show a little bit of my process. It looks like very high play right now. So I'm gonna have to go back and add some of that stuff back in. And then I started on my solve employment case study. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different layout so that all my case studies don't look like the same layout. So I'm still trying to figure that out, as well as collecting all my deliverables for solve employment. And then I went back to my homepage and changed some of the projects around as well. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. Thank you, Ruth. And I've started a thread for you in the channel, so everyone leave a couple comments in the thread, and then we'll be moving on. Awesome. And thank you, Ruth. We're going to be moving on with Gabriel.
Put a link to the portfolio in the thread. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but I've made changes, on what everybody has suggested. So let's do something a little more fun. Here, check this out. Boom! This is what I'm working on this week for one of my clients. Car wraps. That's what I do outside of Lambda. Most of my clients are small sign shops that need car wraps done, and this is the kind of stuff they look for. This is the back of it. Oh yeah, we're going for a party, boat party. There's also I just give them two versions. That's the crazy version, and this is the more toned down version, a little more calm. But haven't heard back from them yet. But yeah, this is kind of fun stuff to do on the side, make a little extra money. So that's all I got.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabriel. If everyone wants to take a couple minutes to comment, that'd be great.
Oh, Carrie, I have a bachelor's degree in graphic design. That's how I got into it, and I got a really good relationship with my previous employer before Lambda. And they're small businesses, so anybody who does this type of work, it's kind of labor intensive for somebody who wasn't experienced in it. So they always recommend me, and that's how I get these clients. So, because I can usually knock these designs out in 2 or 3 hours, and a newer graphic designer would probably take them like 8 hours. So it's cheaper for them to pay me, a couple hours of work than to have their employees sitting there for, a day and a half working on one design.
Gotcha. Thanks for that.
Do you wrap them too, or do you just design them?
Oh, no, hell no. I refuse to wrap. Those wraps can take up to 8 hours depending on the vehicles. It's very labor intensive, and yeah, I have no desire to do that. I just want to sit at my computer and make pretty things.
Dude, they're so fun. Like it's such a good fun process to do. But yeah, I definitely agree. It's like labor intensive.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm still going to revise those final screens even more. I was talking to Elizabeth, and she didn't like it at all. So back to the drawing board on those final ones at the bottom there. Anyway.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabriel. And then we're going to be moving on with Carrie.
All right. So over this weekday, I've been doing a lot of soul searching, been doing a lot of researching, talking to a lot of people, either, in my work, my place of work, or, talking to other designers through like LinkedIn, looking at other portfolios, because every project is not the same. And just by reading that case study factory, if none of you have read all the way through it, because I know it's very lengthy and it's like a chore trying to get through all of that, I highly recommend that you read it, because there's just a lot of stuff that they have about people, designers coming out of boot camps and how they can't make themselves marketable, right? Because it depends on a certain project that you're working on and the way that you're going to tackle that project, because there's just many different industries. There's many different, roles, and there's smaller subsets and smaller sections that you will work on in real life, instead of just doing a complete website and doing the information architecture from, beginning to end. So with that, I am glad to say that I completed all 3 case studies this week, and I'm going to be moving on to the 4th one, which is Cloud Charts. So once I finish Cloud Charts, I think then that's when I'll make all of this into a PDF, and I'll start sending it out to employers. I'm in the process of working on getting the website built for this as well. So what I did was basically adjust the margins and the padding and all of that. Then I also worked on redoing these mock-ups, because a lot of them came out very blurry, and just redoing them again, they have a clearer look. So that's really great. Also wanted to work on the overview and splitting off the problem and an introduction for every case study. So if you look right here, Quest for the Best is more tailored to social media kind of event kind of things. Solve Employment is more on the redesign. So I made sure for that case study, I did an introduction talking about the project briefing, what Solve Employment was, and also, splitting off, looking at the current design state, also doing a mapping out user flow, kind of a mini information architecture over here. And then just going into the high fidelity design. So what I'm planning on doing actually for these case studies is actually prototyping all of the high fidelity designs, either through Figma, recording the interaction on my iPhone and loading them up there. Because I know employers, they want to see prototyping too, because that really matters. And by you having like GIFs or videos showing you the prototype, that'll be a good thing as well. So for Revitalize, I changed the picture up here for like the main desktop, set it as a dashboard, because David said that employers, they really want to see, your design up top. So just showing them that and showing them that it's mobile responsive as well. Then of course I came up with the introduction, and I really wanted to kind of narrow the scope down to, small business owners. So talking about interviewing small business owners. So as you can see, there are like the quotables. There's also like the mental models. Then there's also like a proto persona, but it's like dealing with just millennial business owners, right? So dealing with the age group. So I know that Elizabeth doesn't want us to do proto personas, but after doing a bunch of research and just grouping a certain group in and talking about their pain points, their needs, and their behaviors, it kind of, helped me define the process a little bit more. And even talking about, displaying the competition as well through here. Then of course, the early concepts and sketches. This is something that I did a while back, but I really wanted to take a picture of it so the hiring manager could see that as well. And then this is also like defining the structure of the information architecture and talking about like the user task flows and the user specs as well. I was trying to figure out for the longest how to do like low fidelity kind of user flow mockups for desktops, because I know that, desktops take up a large amount of space. So I, saw a design through like Google and got really creative with it and wanted to just kind of map out the process and kind of highlight the main MVP in a flow for the project admin as well. Then from there, this is like introducing the project page. So once again, this is pretty much the part talking about like the onboarding flow, the process, the things that the project admin will utilize. And the part that I like about right here is like granting the user permissions, because it states in here that a lot of business owners, they don't really have time to manage, a young group of people, right? They don't really have time to manage the master trades. So if they want someone to take all that weight off of them, then they will, give user rights to other master trades as well. And then just talking about what's next for the future release cycles and key takeaways and learnings. So I'm really happy and satisfied that I got through all of this week. I'm very excited because now I can move on to Cloud Charts and even work on QuickStreet a little bit, because I talked to Louis, and we're definitely going to start doing like the wireframing and high fidelity mock-up of Cloud Charts. And like I said, once I have that, I'm going to convert all this to PDF and just start shipping it out to companies that I definitely want to work for, because the website is probably going to take some time, just being realistic. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome. That was great. If everyone wants, I made a carry thread in the channel. If everyone wants to put a few comments together, that'd be great.
Yes, Caesar. Because someone asked this actually yesterday, I think I was talking to Louis, and he asked me, you know, where do I have like any mock-up kits or anything? Yes, like low fidelity mock-ups. All those wire flows that you see, I create them all in Figma.
Damn, bro, that's skill. I need to figure out how to do all that. Like, cause I saw one for on your portfolio how there was like different iterations on one. It was like I forgot what project it was, but I didn't know if like you did all that in Figma, like you created the illustrations on top of the mockups in there.
Yeah. I mean, I can teach you how to do it if you have time. It's very easy. It's not that hard.
Awesome. And let's finish up some final thoughts, and we'll be moving on with Seppi.
I don't think she wants to go.
Here.
Okay, can I start now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm waiting for the Okay, today I'm going to show I have some iteration for the food review. I changed so many things, and I think the last one, if we can see, I can zoom that. I don't know why it doesn't work. Okay, I think this one is more similar to my mobile version, so I'm happy with that, and I'm going to continue to make the other pages with the same style of the last one. And also I changed so many things in my case study based on the critique. I changed the picture in the for showing my website in the mobile, and also in a desktop to have it's be more clear and bigger size and also the background, it wasn't distraction. And also I removed so much of the text. I have so much text, but I add a few picture as well. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome, Seppi.
Okay.
Thank you. I made a Seppi thread in the channel. Go ahead and leave us some comments.
The tall one, sorry, not the short one. The tall burger. Big boy needs his meat.
Okay. Awesome, everyone. That looks like just about everyone who commented. That was a great show and tell. And